What's up guys, my name is Raziel, and welcome back to a new house tutorial on how to build a modern mansion. Now besides this house being the largest one I've built so far, it also comes with unique features including grand staircases at each side, a full wraparound balcony, and large pool. So without any further ado, let's get right into building it. Now first up, we will lay out the walls of the house. So let's begin by placing down a 4 wide and 7 long L shape of grey concrete like I do here. Then off the end of this long side, let's place 4 grey concrete blocks diagonally out to the left. And now from the end of this, let's go over 11 blocks to the left and make an identical mirrored section. Then once we have this concrete laid out, let's now build the walls up so they're 11 blocks tall in total. Next we'll add 3 levels of flooring inside these concrete walls, so starting at the ground level, let's replace the grass with quartz blocks. Then at the 4th block up on these walls, let's add in a layer of oak planks for the 2nd floor. And now 4 blocks above the oak planks, let's add in a layer of quartz blocks for the 3rd floor. Next we'll add in the oak walls between the gaps at the front and back. So starting from this last concrete wall at the left side, go in 1 block and place in a column of oak planks up to the top. And now 2 blocks over from these oak planks, let's add in another column. Then over at the right side, let's add in these same 2 oak columns at the end of the last concrete wall. And once these 4 oak columns are in place, let's next add in some 2 wide windows between each pair of columns using black stained glass panes. Next, let's come around to the back so we can also add in some oak walls. So once again, go in a block from the ends of the concrete walls and fill in the gap with a solid wall of oak planks this time, except for the middle 3 blocks, let's leave blank. So once we have this wall in place, we'll then add a bunch of windows to it. So at both sides of this oak wall, go over a block from the gap and a block up from the ground, and place in a couple 2 wide windows using black stained glass panes. Then above these 2 windows, we'll add another 2 pairs of windows that are spaced 4 blocks above each other. Next, we'll add in the final walls of the front and back of the house to fill in the remaining gaps. So between the oak planks, go out a block and place in a wall of stone blocks that is 1 block taller than the rest of the walls. And then once these 2 stone walls are up, let's then connect them together with a layer of stone blocks across the top. Next up, we'll add in the balcony around the house. So at the layer where we have the quartz floor, extend quartz blocks around the outside of the entire house so that it extends past the concrete walls a block. Then once we have this layer of quartz blocks, let's also extend a layer of quartz slabs around the house off the top edge of the quartz. And now on top of all these quartz slabs, let's place in black stained glass panes for the balcony railing. Then we'll add in the doors to get to the balcony, so place in dark oak doors at the middle of the stone walls at the front and back. And now with the balcony complete, we will next build the roof over top of the house. So we can simply do that by adding quartz slabs above the concrete walls and aligning it over top of the balcony's flooring. Next up, we'll need to build the curved staircases at the sides of the house. So let's start building one at the left side by placing 2 quartz blocks in front of this last concrete wall. Then diagonally to the back left of this, placing 5 more quartz blocks off the concrete walls. Next, we'll want to gradually slope this quartz up half a block with quartz slabs, starting from the second quartz block in, so that the last row of quartz will be 4 blocks tall. Then we'll need to make another one of these sloped quartz walls to the left of this one. So from the last quartz block here, go over 3 blocks to the left and place in 2 quartz blocks like so. Then place in 5 quartz blocks on a diagonal row to the right so it lines up with the end of the other quartz row. And now we can slope these quartz blocks up so they mimic how we did the first row. Then with these 2 walls of quartz in place, we can now add the steps between them. So begin by placing 3 oak slabs between the first 2 quartz blocks at ground level, and then gradually place them up half a block for every row after that. Next, we'll need to extend the back of this staircase so we have a longer walkway at the end of the stairs. So from the back of this quartz row at the left, let's place down 7 quartz blocks. Then at the end of this row, extend over more quartz blocks to the right so it wraps around to the back of the concrete wall. And now let's build up this new section of quartz that we made so it is a total of 4.5 blocks tall using quartz blocks and slabs. Then at this gap at the back of the staircase, let's add in a layer of oak planks for the flooring. And now on top of here, we can add in the doorway. So go over 2 blocks from the back of the concrete wall and place in a double dark oak door into the concrete. Then at the sides of these doors, placing columns of quartz blocks that extend all the way up to the roof. And now between these columns, place upside down quartz stairs above the doors and at the top row, and then add in a window of black stained glass panes under the top 2 stairs. Then let's add some quartz slabs to the sides of the quartz columns at the bottom. Now finally, to finish up this staircase, let's add 8 flower pots that are spaced a block apart down the sides of these sloped quartz walls. So then with this staircase and entrance complete at the left side of the house, we'll next need to build one over at the right side that follows the same exact steps as before. Next up, we'll need to extend out the walkways before adding in the pool area. So off the sides of the left staircase, let's extend out 2 rows of quartz blocks in the ground that are 5 blocks long. Then between this quartz and the ground, let's replace the grass with oak planks. And now at the ends of both quartz rows, let's extend up 2 quartz blocks with iron trapdoors above them and stone buttons at the bottom. Then on the left quartz row, let's place black stained glass panes on top for the railings. And as for the quartz row on the right, let's place 2 glass panes at the ends and then replace the middle 2 quartz blocks with quartz stairs, as it will be an entrance to the pool. So once we have the walkway in place at the end of this left staircase, we can now add the same thing over at the right staircase. Then with both these walkways in place, we can now connect them together by replacing a row of grass with quartz blocks between the middle 2 end posts. And now at the sides of these walkways, let's add some bushes that wrap around to the back of the house using leaf blocks. So now with these walkways finished up, we're finally ready to add in the pool, so we can start by digging out 2 rows of grass within this area between the walkways. Then once this area is dug out, we can then replace all the dirt in the floor and walls with quartz blocks. And finally, we can add in the water to this pool by using water buckets or breaking ice blocks, and then that will finish up the house. Now if we go inside, I'll show you where I added the staircases and how I decorated the house. I'm not going to show you exactly how I did it, but feel free to copy it if you please. But that is going to be all for this Modern Mansion house tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. As always, I'd love to hear all your feedback and don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed, as that would be much appreciated. And with that said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.